Hello to those of you who are watching on the replay. This is the 11/11 live energy update and reading. We're going to be talking about what the energy of 11/11 means, why this is an important date, and what 11/11 means for you. I know a lot of you have been seeing 11/11 lately. I did a little poll over on my Instagram, and it was 100% of people who were saying that they've been seeing sequences of 11s repeatedly for the last little while leading up to this portal, as well as just in general. Hello, welcome. So to those of you who are here, we're doing the 11/11. Hi, the 11/11 portal energy update and live reading. So we're going to be talking a little bit about the energy of 11/11. We're also going to be talking about what that means for you. We'll pull some cards and things like that. So first and foremost, I've got my notes here about 11/11. Hi, I'm great. How are you? Great to be here. Can you guys hear me okay? I just wanted to make sure. Good. Patricia, I've got a little note on here to pull a card for you. Happy birthday. I drew a little cake and a balloon and everything. So, all right, guys. So let's start talking about 11/11. Who here? Put your hand up, or like put it in the comments if you guys have been seeing sequences of repeating ones. I know that I've been seeing repeating ones for a long time. Sometimes it cycles and it loops. I'll see them more often around a certain period, and then it'll fade away and something else. Yeah, so the 11s represent this energy of new beginnings first and foremost because they're connected with the number 1. They are often associated with an awakening code of some kind, so it's usually the first repeating number sequence that people see when they are just at the beginning phases of the awakening journey. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not going to see them after you've awoken to yourself as a divine being, as a soul, an unlimited being of creator consciousness. That doesn't negate that you can still awaken. It's not like, oh, I awakened once and that's it. It's an ongoing process into infinity and beyond. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is the first repeating year that we have right now, which is 2020 of 11/11 since 1919. So this is the first time that we've had a number sequence in the year that repeats as well in conjunction with the 11/11 portal. I also wanted to talk about numerology in and of itself. Hi Jared. Wanted to talk about the numerology. So ones, obviously, they're pretty self-explanatory. It's about new beginnings and things like that. But when we add the date together, we get the number 8. So 1 + 1 + 1 + 2 + 2 is 8. So 8 is first and foremost a power number. It's all about cycles of time and infinity. If you turn it sideways, it's the limniscate, which is the infinity symbol. And 8s also represent abundance and strength, and they're associated with the strength card in tarot as well, which happens to be the card of the day that came up on my tarot app that I use, and I post that over on Instagram. So if you looked at my Instagram story, you would have seen that the strength card was the card of the day. So next, I wanted to talk about some things that repeating one sequences can mean. So it can mean, first and foremost, an awakening of some kind. So the 11s are a great awakener number. They're also a master number, especially when they repeat like that. And it's about consciousness expansion. It's that beginning stage or a new stage in a spiritual awakening process. New levels of awareness are becoming accessible to us, essentially. We also want to be very aware of our intentions. Ones are all about manifestation and new beginnings with thought. So we want to be very focused on what we're thinking, why we're thinking it, and where we're sort of directing our energy. This is very highly about manifestation. So manifestation is a huge part of this, and we are manifesting a new beginning as a collective, individually, and then by proxy with everyone involved. So this is a powerful, powerful energy of new beginnings, and we can really use that to our benefit, especially as light workers. So to those of you who resonate as light workers, and anybody can be a light worker, by the way. I had this question come in from a client that I was working with the other day, and she was asking, am I a light worker? And I was like, well, it's a choice thing. It's not like you're born a light worker or not. It's really, do you connect with love, and do you want to share that in the collective? Do you want to create more love and peace and unity? If the answer is yes, then yes, you are a light worker. And that doesn't even mean that you have to do anything. It's just the intention of that. It's just the vibration of that. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in a second, because that came through specifically in regard to this energy portal. So thoughts become things. We need to be really aware of what we're thinking, because that's what we're creating, not just on a physical level, but within the world. You know, our reality is so much bigger than just our experiences here in our physical, you know, day-to-day life. It's so much bigger than that, and we have an impact. You may think that you're only one person, but you have an impact. We all have an impact, and especially when we work together. So very important. I also had another sort of download that came in regard to the number 1. Ones represent to me alignment, because they are straight up and down. So the thought came to me when I was doing a meditation earlier today, and I was sitting up straight with my back straight, which sometimes I tend to hunch. It happens. I work at my computer most of the time, or doing Reiki where I'm kind of like this. So I was focusing on aligning my spine, which helps the vertical power current of energy going down from the crown chakra out through the root. And that's really what we can think of in terms of like physical alignment, but there's also spiritual alignment, and you know, that kind of starts at the chakras and then goes out from there. So we kind of want to focus on this vertical power current, aligning the spine, aligning the soul with the body, the mind, the emotional body, all of these things really aligning together. Because when we get alignment, when things are all, you know, perpendicular, I don't know what the word is, when they're all aligned, they can create and attract a lot of abundance. And that's what these ones are all about. Hello, hi, welcome. So we're talking about ones here. We're talking about the 1111 portal. It's been open for a little while, as portals usually do. They tend to open, you know, 3 to 5 days before the actual day, and then the energy peaks on the day of, and then it starts to wane as we go on next to the next thing. And this has been an energy-packed little while. Obviously, we've had Mercury going direct. We have Mars going direct soon as well. We have this 1111 portal, and then we also have the new moon in Scorpio, which I just downloaded or uploaded a reading for yesterday here on YouTube. So alignment, very powerful. When we're in alignment, we manifest abundance, and those ones are allowing you to get into a new level of alignment. Oh, it's midnight in London. Wow. It is 4 p.m. here in Pacific Standard Time. Are you guys getting any buffering? Apparently Journey of Love and Light is getting buffering. I hope that you guys are getting this feed coming through clearly. I'm just going to keep going. So this is a powerful consciousness reset. It's a powerful consciousness upgrade as well. So it's very intense in the expansion that is available to us. There's so many soul downloads that are coming in right now. Okay, good. So looks like it's working on your end. Okay, great. So physical body symptoms can come from that. I've made several energy update videos around, you know, like these coined ascension symptoms and whatnot. It's going to be different for everybody. Everybody feels them differently. Everybody's in a different stage in their journey. Thank you so much for the healing love and energy, James. That's awesome. So there's, a reassurance from our guides as well. I was feeling that for myself yesterday and leading up to today, that there's a lot of intensity going on. I mean, we're still in Scorpio season. I've been talking about that for a while too. So it's emotional intensity first and foremost, and it's connecting us with the unknown, with the ether, with everything around us. So we really can call on our guides for support here, your guides, your ancestors, beings of love and light, whoever you feel called to. Everybody's different. Everybody has different teams. So, you know, go where you feel energetic resonance and use that to your benefit to be able to stabilize and use this energy of the 1111 portal that's coming in. So Next up, with the 1111 portal, I wanted to talk about heart expansion and soul integration and what that means for us. So I've been having some repeating messages come through that I was going to, or I meant to share with you guys here about heart expansion and integrating more of the soul into the body by allowing our heart to expand. So what I was shown was that when we expand the heart out in love, we let down those barriers, we are, connected to the unconditional love of ourself and to the divine. That's when we can integrate more of our higher soul aspects into our physical body, into this incarnation, and really bring in that sense of alignment so that we can manifest with that and create more of that vibration in the world around us. So this is a physical body integration, allowing us to hold those higher frequencies, activating parts of the divine soul blueprint that have been a little bit not dormant, but just not necessarily accessible. Oh, it's buffering for a few people, eh? Refreshed several times. Well, I'm sorry to you guys that it's buffering for, we're still in the Mercury retrograde shadow period, unfortunately. So, but the good thing is that you can always watch this on the replay. This will be uploaded to my channel as soon as it's done. So for those of you who it's buffering for others of you, it seems to be working fine. So I'm just gonna keep going. The next message that I was getting was that a loving and gentle heart can be seen and felt through the eyes. So that message kept coming through repeatedly for me. I was seeing it in several different places and in different ways, and I was just feeling it intuitively that, the eyes are the window to the soul. And when we connect with another person by really looking them in the eyes, we can feel what's going on with them. That's why a lot of psychics use like photographs and pictures and stuff. It's to tune into the energy through the eyes. You can feel energy and sense energy of another person through the rest of their body as well, but the eyes seem to be a more clear window. And light workers, especially when you're holding that vibration of unity and unconditional love, this is, oh yeah, my Nirvana shirt, Nirvana. I'm not like a huge Nirvana fan. I find some of their music a little bit like of a downer. I like a few songs, obviously the classics, but I just really like this shirt because Nirvana is that sense of enlightenment. It is that experience of unity. It is that, yeah, it's essentially what we're talking about here. And the rest of the shirt has an angel on it. So I just felt that was very fitting for today. So the eyes are the gateway to the soul, as is the heart and the heart chakra. So we can use that energy to really shift and help others around us, even if we're not doing anything. So there was a quote that I wanted to share with you guys that I found in congruence to this synchronicity and this message that I've been getting, and it was just like word for word exactly what the message is. This is over on the Law of One. They share material every day from the Law of One, from Quo, from Ra, from there's one other one, I can't remember the name, but these are channeled messages from multidimensional beings, and you can find all of that information for free online if you just Google Law of One. So the message was from Quo, and the quote is this: "It may be, my friends, that your talent is not outer, but we assure you that the charge of being those who keep their hearts open is also the challenge of becoming a lighthouse to those around you. We are not saying that you must be impressive, speak well, or do anything whatsoever on the outer plane. We are saying only that as your heart is, so shall your eyes speak without words to those whom you meet. As people look into your eyes and see the light of the Creator, so shall they become healed. All of you at this time are great healers with your love. You need do nothing outer in order to be absolutely essential at this time." So that lighthouse imagery was coming huge for me in the past 2 days leading up to this portal. I've been seeing lighthouses and really connecting with that archetype of the lighthouse. So it's spreading the light, sharing the light, especially when there's darkness. It's protecting others as well, because the lighthouse protects the ships from crashing into the shore. And the heart being pure and in that state of unconditional love just automatically has an effect on people around you. So your heart actually has a magnetic resonance vibrational field around the body that goes out about 6 feet. So, this whole 6 feet stay away thing, not interacting with people's heart energy that way, so it's harder to connect with them. And when we come into like close quarters with people, when we're right next to them, or especially when we hug them, that's when the heart field is almost like it merges in a way, and it can really benefit both parties. It can be a win-win when we share that unconditional love. So the next thing I wanted to share with you guys, and I've kind of talked about this a little bit on my channel before. You guys, some of you may have heard me talk about this story, but this was my first ever experience with a heart opening. And the second one was with Reiki later when I was getting trained in my Reiki practice. But the first one was random. So I wanted to share this story with you guys because it was really significant and profound for me. So I was probably in my like early to mid 20s. No, I was early 20s. And I was at the mall, and there was this, I was sitting there waiting for a friend or something like that. I can't remember why I was there, but I was wearing these leggings that had like the upside down crosses on them. Not because of like, I'm like anti-religious or anything like that, but it was just kind of like the style at the time. I don't know, it was like 2010 or something like that. And this guy came up to me with a Bible, and he started talking to me about my leggings, and he was like, "Are you religious?" And I was like, "No, not really." And at that point, I wasn't even spiritual. I was just kind of like, nah, I don't believe in anything. And so we started kind of talking about religion, or he started kind of like, not preaching to me, but he was sharing the word of God as he saw it. And I went into resistance big time. I was like, no. And I started challenging, like, how can you believe this and this and that? Like, right? My ego was like, ah. And I realize it now, but at the time it was a defense mechanism because I was trying to protect myself from something I didn't fully understand. And he just kind of stopped, and instead of getting triggered, he moved a bit closer to me, and I was kind of taken aback. I was like, what are you doing? Random stranger in the mall. And he took my hands, and I was just like, my initial reaction was to pull away. I was like, don't touch me. Like, who are you? But there was just this huge wave of love that came over me. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to go with this. And I felt this huge, I don't even know what it was, but like, I just felt like this huge wave of energy. And he looked me in the eyes, and as he was holding my hands, and he's like, you've been through a lot. You have a lot of pain. And I was just like, what? And I started bawling my eyes out in the middle of the mall, and there's people walking by, and this guy's holding my hands, and he's got a Bible, and I'm just like, what is happening? And then as soon as as soon as that big release hit me, it was like my heart just swelled. It was like the Grinch's heart grew 3 sizes that day, and I literally felt my heart chakra go, woo. It was crazy. Hi guys, I'm just telling a story about my first ever heart activation. Yeah, it was like major Christ energy. So that's the thing, is like religion itself isn't bad, and it can be a conduit for light work, and it's not necessarily like, but the preconception I had was of judgment because the past experiences I'd had with religion were really negative. I went to a Catholic school when I was young, if you guys didn't know that. So I just really felt this man's pure heart. His intentions were good. His beliefs were solid and in that state of love and unity and Christ consciousness. And it activated me in a way that I wasn't necessarily expecting or prepared for. And after that, he ended up giving me the Bible that he had, and he sent me on my way. And I was just kind of like, oh, what just happened? And my friend picked me up, and I was very dazed and confused. But you know, it sunk in. And after that, I think was when I started seeing the 1111 sequences. So that's kind of how this all relates. It was my first heart expansion. The 1111s were sort of around that time. I can't remember if it was before or after. And yeah, it was super profound for me. So after that, the second heart activation I had was getting trained in Reiki. And that was really powerful as well. So we can really activate our hearts to this new level of consciousness is essentially what's happening with this portal. And I wanted to pull some cards on that. So we will do that in a minute. Yeah, some people are having issues with buffering. Sorry about that. Hope you guys can watch this on the replay. We'll try again next time. I'll be doing lots more lives, but I'm glad that you tried to be here. Thank you for that. So I also wanted to mention before we get into the reading that in Canada, which is where I am, and in the UK, November 11th is also Remembrance Day. So this is a day that we honor the fallen veterans who died from World War I up to the present. So I don't have my poppy because I never leave my house. Hashtag hermit. But I did want to take a moment to honor the souls that have transitioned from this realm. Yeah, shout out to the UK and Canada. You know, we're like sister countries because Canada was born from, or at least Canada's like the little kid of the UK. So yeah, so let's just take a second now to honor the veterans who have crossed over. I'm sure that they would appreciate our love to help them with the transition or the healing. War is very, really difficult energy, especially in the 3D. So let's just take a minute to do that. Just sending love to all of the souls that are in need of it, either here or who have crossed over, especially those who have died in troubling circumstances. So we just send them love. Okay, great. So let's pull some cards, guys. So let's see what this 1111 portal is bringing up for us. Ooh. So we got that 5 of Cups energy, and it kind of came out in the reverse. It kind of came out upright, so I'm going to take it kind of both ways. But this is releasing a lot of emotional grief, and I can speak from my own experience today. Earlier today, I was listening to a sound bath meditation on an Instagram live of Ava Mila, I think her name is there, and my heart was just like all of the pain that I've ever been through, and all of the trauma, and all of the sadness and the grief was coming up, and it was challenging to hold that frequency. So you know, it is what it is, though. It's a valid emotion, and it needs to be felt to be processed. We got to feel it to heal it. So I was feeling that really big today. 5 as well. 5s have been coming through in conjunction to this 1111 portal. So this is really bringing up big energy of change and divinely guided change. Okay, so we got a few cards. We have the Knight of Wands, the 10 of Cups, the 6 of Wands, and the Devil. Okay, so interesting. Now I shuffled these cards and I cleared them, and 3 of these cards came up in the Scorpio new moon reading that I posted yesterday. These 3 cards specifically, the 6 of Wands, the Devil, and the 10 of Cups, these all came up in that reading. So that's pretty significant to me that this is an energy that we're working with not only just for the new moon portal, but also in this 1111 portal and everything kind of leading up to this energy. So it's an interesting dynamic because we have these 2, you know, constricting energies of sadness, grief, loss, power, control, manipulation, limitation, things like that. And then we have them countered with these beautiful energies of victory, success, fulfillment, emotional completion, and passion, moving forward, being able to take action towards creating this sense of fulfillment, happiness, joy, peace, 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 peace on earth. Yeah, the Devil card came up in that reading, and there it was in conjunction with some Swords cards. So this was more about how we're thinking about things, how we may be limiting ourselves through our beliefs. The Devil can represent anything from addiction to judgment. Like it can be just negative patterns of thought, self-limiting beliefs. It can be, you know, disempowering actions or behaviors, from eating a whole box of cookies to smoking a cigarette to, you know, drinking excessively to participating in toxic relationships or relationships that just aren't really conducive to your alignment or your healing. So it can be any of those things. And I feel like we are coming out of a period of really, really heavy oppression. That's the word that's coming through, oppression. So both in our daily life, within our one-on-one experiences, as well as a collective, humanity is coming out of a real heavy state of oppression and depression as well. Suppression, all of the Eschens. But there's going to be victory, there's going to be success, there's going to be love. Love is the way through, love is the way forward, love is all that there is. And this energy of love is what's going to carry us through and out of those pockets of oppression or those limiting beliefs and limiting experiences. So let's get some more cards here. See what other messages want to come through for this portal of beautiful activations of energy that we have. We've got so many portals all the time, but this one seems to be fairly powerful and significant. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my soul. So, okay, let's see what else. So we have the Two of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles in reverse, and the Six of Swords. So could be letting go of something for sure. Letting go of something, because this is in the upright, it's about holding on to something. So this is maybe something that was held onto that was not really in an energy of empowerment, right? It's like holding on to something that you know is bad for you, or you're holding on and it's hurting you in the process. So it's finally being able to let go and free ourselves. You know, there's nobody who is oppressing us other than ourselves. Now, some people may not agree with that. That's okay. Everybody's at different levels of awareness and different points in their journey and going through different processes. So it's totally okay if you don't feel that that's true for you. It's the process of eventually realizing that everything outside of you is a reflection of what's inside of you, and not just, you know, in your daily life, but collectively as a whole. So this is a big energy of letting go and releasing some of those beliefs that have been keeping us essentially in a state of self-imposed slavery, is what I'm feeling. So we're coming out of that now, and we're walking into our abundance. We're creating balance for ourselves in a whole new way, connecting with the infinite nature of the universe, of our own personal energy, because we are the universe. When the universe is giving you signs, it's you giving you signs. You know, you are all that is. You are me, I am you. We are all one. So this energy of infinity here in the Two of Pentacles is great, because that's exactly what this is all about. The infinity symbol essentially represents the fact that everything is connected, and therefore it is one thing. Because if something is infinite, even if it has multi-layers and facets to it, it's still technically one thing, which is what we are. We're all one thing. We are source, we are creator, we are consciousness. And the Six of Swords is helping us to put those old beliefs away so that we can move to somewhere that is much more harmonious for us energetically, mentally, emotionally, specifically emotionally. This could be physically moving somewhere that is just more peaceful for you. So, yeah, big energies of release, big energies of letting go, moving forward, freeing ourselves. Meditation has been a theme as well. These Two Swords cards are, again, they're about the mind. Six of Swords and Four of Swords together, these are, you know, an indication that we can use meditation to heal ourselves. And when we heal ourselves, we heal others around us by proxy. We heal the collective. When you have a thought, it's not just your thought, it's the collective thought as well. More people who have the same thought, it's like it spreads. It's a vibration, it's a frequency, so other people can pick up on that, even if it's just unconsciously. And if you guys know about the 100th monkey effect, I definitely recommend checking that out and Googling what that was all about. I learned about it in my Psych 101 class or something like that, but it has a lot of collective consciousness information there, essentially. So yeah, energy is off the charts right now. Hi guys. So, all right, I think that's good for tarot. I want to pull some oracle cards, and then we'll pull some cards for you guys as well. Some people are having internet connectivity problems. That's crappy. I'm sorry to see that. Okay, so we have 4 cards from the unicorns. We have brothers and sisters. I love it. Brothers and sisters, this is to get along with others, see love and the best within them. So this is essentially what I was talking about, is seeing everyone else as a brother or a sister to you in the highest sense of that, right? I know some people have issues with their brothers or sisters, but it's really seeing us all as one big family and working together so that we can have harmony in that family, because that's what this 10 of Cups is all about. Harmony in this family unit. And guess what? We're all family. We are all born from the one progeny of the Creator. And so we are all brothers and sisters here. And at that deeper level, we're all one. Definitely yes. I don't know if you guys can see the writing on that. For some reason, it's like it's too bright, but it's definitely yes. The answer to your question is a strong yes. So if you guys have been searching for answers or guidance around this portal of the 1111 gateway, then yeah, the answer is definitely yes, either to trust yourself or to release something that's not good for you and to move on. Because the next card we have is hello and goodbye. And for some reason, the words on these ones aren't showing up, but hello and goodbye says you'll soon see that this change will make things better. So I'm putting that over the 5 of Cups, and 5 is about change. So yeah, it's the changes of letting go. Hello and goodbye. Letting go of things, releasing, allowing things to transition naturally as they need to, right? It's flowing with that energy, with the Cups energy. It's water. It's emotion. So it's letting go and letting it flow. The last card we have from the unicorns is creative. So draw, paint, think, and act in creative ways. So creativity can be a form of meditation as well. And the creativity with that Knight of Wands energy could be something to really tap into right now to help activate some of this inspiration, because the 1111 energy is also about inspiration. I forgot to mention that in the beginning. And it can help to get you into that flow state so that you're not thinking so much with the conscious mind. You're thinking really with the soul, with the heart. That's where the creativity is really coming from. It's from your imagination as well, which is the third eye, which is connecting to spirit and to all the other realms that exist. We have unlimited access to information through that connection to spirit. Multiple dimensions, multiple realities, multiple planets. Like, we can't even imagine multiple universes. It's too much for our mind to try and comprehend at that, physical level. But we can at least understand that there is so much more. And creativity is not just you coming up with something. It's a form of channeling. You get to put your little flavor on what you're channeling, and you get to express it physically. So it's your product, it's your creativity. But what you're channeling is coming from somewhere else. And every great creative mind is a channel. That's why the more creative the person is, the more esoteric they tend to be, the more eccentric, the more, just kind of, a great big thinker. So get that creativity flowing, guys, get it going. Start channeling that into something. And let's get a card from the Moonology deck, and then I'll pull some cards for you guys, and we'll see what's going on for you individually. Okay, what card here? Yeah, this theme of release keeps coming up. So it says, what do you need to release? And this is that really big, blatant theme that we've been getting here with the 5 of Cups, the hello and goodbye card. And then this one, what do you need to release? So it's really a big day of releasing. And that's what I was saying that I was feeling earlier today too, with that sound healing that I did earlier, or that I participated in. And I released a lot of emotions. And then I had, I had a therapy session after as well. So I'm releasing a lot of emotional trauma from the past, for myself and for the collective, because we're all connected. When we heal ourselves, we heal each other. I know I'm not the only one going through this, right? I'm not an isolated being here. I'm not the only one who's ever experienced trauma. I think probably everyone here has. Everyone on Earth probably has. The Earth realm is just, that's just kind of how it is. So it's being able to heal ourselves from that so we can we can share that light and that love that we're giving to ourselves willingly, consciously, practicing every single day. Non-judgment of self and acceptance of self and love of self and good treatment of self, and being able to share that with everyone else. So yeah, that's my little spiel. I'll leave it there, but I want to pull some cards for you guys. So if you want to put your questions, or if you just want me to pull a card for you, go ahead and put that in the comments. But first, I'm going to pull one for Patricia Castella, who I saw was here earlier, and if she's not here now, at least she'll see it on the replay. Patricia, if you're still here, happy birthday. This is for you. So let's get a card for you. Patricia. There it is. Ooh, okay. Patricia got the Hierophant. So this is another 5 energy, so 5 being of change. This is changing structures of belief as well. We were talking about, in the beginning I shared my story of my heart awakening, which was initiated or catalyzed by a priest, essentially, which was not at all what I believed at the time. Yay, Patricia, hi, you got the Hierophant. So this may be about restructuring your beliefs or finding structure through your beliefs. It can be either way. So there's change when it comes to your beliefs and how you're applying that in your life. I want to grab an unicorn card for you as well as a little extra birthday present. Whoa, did you see that? It whipped out of there like crazy energy. So it says 1 step at a time. Lots of little steps make big dreams come true. So these 2 cards together really speak to me of you moving forward on something. You're creating something, you're establishing a new belief, or you're establishing a new status quo for your life. You are really harmonizing all of these different aspects of yourself from the root chakra up, because I'm seeing the red in his robe and I'm seeing the crown on his head. So the crown to the root, and the rainbow in this card is all of the chakras. So you're doing a really good job. Just take it 1 step at a time. Go easy on yourself. Every phase has its purpose. Every phase has its its place, and there's more than enough time to accomplish whatever it is you're looking to accomplish. All right, so happy birthday to you, Patricia. Okay, anybody else looking for a card? La 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 la. I'm just gonna wait for the comments to come up. Pull a card for you. Laura, you're having some buffering issues, but I see that you're looking for a card. So you got the Ace of Swords. So when you watch this on the replay, this is for you, Laura. Ace of Swords is a new epiphany, a new insight. And we got this card in the new moon reading that I just posted as well. So there's an opportunity for you at this 11/11 portal and for the new moon, really bringing those 2 energies together, creating this amazing epiphany for you. There's going to be a lot of clarity coming in. There's going to be a new thought or a new level of awareness. I'm also seeing the card, the sword in the card being that upright, that vertical energy. So this is that vertical power current I was talking about in the beginning. This is really about alignment for you. So when you're aligning yourself from top to bottom, which seems to be a theme for this portal as well, you are creating and connecting to the source energy, and therefore you get inspiration, you get insight, you get epiphanies and aha moments. So it's going to be beautiful for you. Awesome. Okay, guys, who's next? It's like I start to read and I see all these comments start to go, and I'm like, ah. So just repost them if you ask again, and I'll just try to get to as many people as I can before my battery on my camera dies. Nicole Davis, you got the Queen of Pentacles. That's awesome. Abundance, Nicole. This is fantastic. This is you really stepping into your sense of entitlement when it comes to your abundance. And I don't mean entitlement in a negative way. I mean you deserve these things. You deserve to have luxury in your life. You deserve to have your needs met and your wants met. As long as those wants are in alignment with you. Sometimes we want things that aren't good for us, but I will trust you to be able to discern those things. This is a great energy. This is like you really standing in your power, very grounded, very secure, very stable, really working on building your finances or building your business or your career or whatever it is that you are really focusing your energy on. She's got a lot of money, this girl. So If you don't have it yet, it's coming. Okay, who else? Questions. Who's got a question? You are so welcome, Nicole. Mom to Moosey +2. Appreciate pulling a card for me. Thank you. Okay, so Mom to Moosey. Wow, that popped out big time. So the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is a little bit of it's a little bit of a stagnant energy. It's like things are feeling a bit stuck for you, possibly. You might be kind of focusing on what you don't have instead of what you do have. But I get more of a sense from this that you're feeling like there just feels like there's a bit of hesitation towards accepting something new. There might be a new offer of emotional love or something coming in, either from within you or from the outside. And there's some kind of a hesitation towards that. So maybe just kind of look inside yourself and see, okay, where's that coming from? With an air of curiosity. Just being open and to observe whatever is coming through for you, whatever's kind of creating some of that resistance. The Four of Cups can also be about boredom or discontent. So if you're feeling unhappy with your emotional circumstances right now, then this is going to be about accepting something new, which again, you have to release that resistance to be able to accept that new offer of love from wherever it's coming from. So hope that helped. Nick loves to smile. I'll pull a card for you because I just saw your comment. Page of Cups. Yay! So the Page of Cups is this beautiful, innocent energy of love. It's learning something new when it comes to emotions or offering emotions. The Page of Cups is a little bit of an immature energy, but not immature in the negative sense. I really see this as just innocence, and innocence is the most pure thing of all. So when you connect to this innocence and you offer that to others with your heart being open and vulnerable, this is that essence, that highest essence of the Page of Cups, and I feel like this is what you're really connecting to. So smile, keep smiling. You love to smile, and we love to see you smile. So I wish I could see you smile right now, but you can see me smile. You made me smile. Thank you for that. All right. Vanessa Aguilera, I'd love to see what you pull for me if you feel drawn. Thank you for sharing your insight. Oh, you're so welcome. Ooh, you got a few cards. So you have the Five of Swords, Five of Swords in reverse. You have the Ten of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is coming out a lot. This is the second one that's come out for you guys, and it came out in the new moon reading as well. So this really, to me, speaks of letting go. Yeah, that theme of releasing is really heavy. This 11-11, it's letting go so you can take more on, or not take more on, so that you can welcome more in, because you don't want to take more on, because that's what got you here in the first place. You're so welcome. So it's really releasing some of these things that have been kind of keeping you in this state of, oh, I need to take responsibility for other people, or yeah, it just feels like you're moving out of a state of conflict when it comes to how you allow others to treat you. And there's a lot of clarity that you've been getting, or that you will be getting at this portal and up to the new moon and beyond. So just be open to whatever that is and however that looks and feels for you, because there's going to be a lot of insight coming in. You've got a lot of support from your guides. I feel that really strongly for you. This is the closure of a cycle that's been going for a while now. There's been a lot of like burdens and stress and heaviness. Maybe not being able to see the way forward because of stuff that happened in the past, maybe even arguments or conflicts that happened in the past, and now you're freeing yourself from that. You're cutting those cords of attachment that have kept you limited, stuck, or oppressed in any way. So again, with that theme, big energy for the 11-11 portal. So good news for you. That sounds good. All right, who else would like a card? Apparently I get a card because nobody asked, and I got the Three of Wands. So I had the Three of Wands the other day as well. So this is really me communicating, because I reached out to an orthodontist to help fix my jaw issues. I've got a misaligned jaw, so I get like TMJ and bruxism and stuff. So I was reaching out, emailing them, and emailing like, I want to get a neon light made for here. So I'm like reaching out to them, and I'm like reaching out to all these people. So that's the Three of Wands energy. It's like emails in the modern age. Okay, so Staslack, this is for you, Staslack 61. I hope I said that right. Ooh, yeah, Yes, you got this Fool card. This is beautiful. This is a new beginning for you. Huge new beginning. This 1111 portal is all about new beginnings. So this is fantastic. Really tap into this energy. Again, the energy of innocence is coming through. The Fool is that innocence. It's really connecting with what brings you joy, connecting to that inspiration, creativity, expression, not needing a whole lot to feel secure, just really being secure in yourself and being able to trust your inner calling, your heart to guide you forward into something new. It does take a bit of a leap of faith. Trust is definitely, required here. But even if there's fear, sometimes if you just go for it, it will be absolutely beautiful. So I feel this really, really expansive energy for you. So congratulations, that Fool energy is fantastic. Okay, a few more guys. Just gonna put them back in until I get questions. You're so welcome, guys. Thank you for being here. Saturn retrograde, I saw you asked earlier, now you said I'll get death. Well, let's see. No, you got the Knight of Cups, Saturn retrograde. So this is this beautiful romantic energy moving forward. Now, I'm feeling some hesitation here specifically from you. It feels almost like your heart has been protecting itself. It's not that you've closed your heart. It's just that it's been necessary to protect it. Uh-oh. My battery's dying, so this is going to be one of the last ones, guys. I'll try and hurry so that we don't get cut short here. But yeah, Saturn retrograde, this can be about really connecting to your heart and finding where there's fear around vulnerability, or letting yourself grieve if you're moving away from an emotional situation. If you've expected to get the Death card, yeah, this is what Scorpio season is all about, and this can be a card of Scorpio or Pisces or Cancer. So this is really that water sign energy, connecting to the emotional realm, the depths of the soul, the heart, that kind of thing. So allow that process to take place. Just continue moving forward with it. And even if you have to circle back, you're still making progress. You're still moving, so it's okay. All right. Just a few more, guys, because my battery's going to die. I meant to charge it and I forgot. So sorry. Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Please pull a card if you would be so kind. Starseed 95. Starseed 95. Woo! Ooh, you got a jumper and it fell down. So when cards fall on the floor, this is an energy from Spirit that you want to pay particular attention to. So this is the Hermit card. This came up in the reverse and it jumped out exactly like that in the new moon reading. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. There might be some messages there for you. The Hermit card is really about you going within and taking some space and some time for yourself. You might physically be forced to hermit yourself, quarantine or whatever, but it's more so about you taking the time consciously to look within and shed some light on things from the past so that you can gain a little bit more clarity and understand things from a whole new perspective. It's like connecting the dots and gaining the wisdom that you need to be able to guide yourself going forward. So this is all about wisdom for you. You're gaining a lot of wisdom, or you have access to a lot of wisdom. So fantastic. Okay, one more, guys, one more. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? And if you don't get your question answered here, tune into some of the other cards that came out for other people, because you're so welcome. Because there may be some messages from Spirit that are trying to come through for them as well. So, okay, last one's gonna be Jared, because Jared was the first one I saw and he has been around for a minute. So Jared, ooh, you got the Tower. I think the last cards that you had that came out for you in the live that I did on Halloween were a little bit kind of like, too. So, I mean, I don't know what you've been going through for this Scorpio season and all of that, but it seems a little bit tense. There may be some shakeups that you've been experiencing emotionally or with the foundations you've created in your life. You might be changing some belief structures or having those kind of forced to change because of circumstance. So, yeah, it looks like it's a little bit chaotic right now, where it can bring up some stuff that feels chaotic for you, even if it's not like physically or externally feeling like that. So just kind of tune into this Tower energy and see what the lesson is there for you. It could be, really powerful for you going forward to restructure and rebuild. And if you want any additional insight or guidance on what's going on for you, you can always reach out to me for a session. So thank you so much, guys, for being here. I really appreciate being able to connect with you, pull some cards, talk about the 1111 portal. I love you all so, so much. See the video when you post it up. Not sure what is up. But yeah, some people are having trouble with the feed. The live feed seems to be really glitchy. Sorry, guys. It happens, technical difficulties. But I love you, and I will see you on the next live, which I will announce on Instagram and on YouTube here as well in the community board. So I love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, bye.